And 106.5, 1050 a.m. Here we are on this hot Thursday. 109 degrees outside. I'm Mark Westwood, along with Donald Williamson. Good afternoon, Donald.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, we're just making sure your mic's on.
Good afternoon there. All you listeners out there in Radio Land. I've got a couple of people here that's been here before. He composed his own music and he plays the guitars, and his lovely wife, is helping him. And you know what, Mark? I'm going to talk a little bit about property tax saving.
Well, why don't you talk a little bit about property tax savings? That's a good idea.
You know, my son called me up. He said, Dad, he's all concerned. My valuation on my house, he's in San Diego County, but it doesn't matter. It's all state law, so anywhere in the state of California. And he says, went down $100,000. What about my property taxes? And I said, well, you know what? You ought to be listening to my program.
Wait a minute. His house went down $100,000 in San Diego?
In San Diego. Well, it's Fallbrook.
Fallbrook, still. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I wonder if other houses are doing that. That's
they're going down all over. And that's why I want to mention Proposition 8, decline in value.
That's me choking on that.
Proposition 8, decline in value. That's a law that the people passed years ago. So that, you know, when you buy your home or property, you have a Prop 13 new assessment that establishes
it's like depreciating your house.
Well, under Prop 13, it get reassessed at the current market value at the time you bought your property. And after that, it don't matter if the inflation goes up 5%, 10%. It's held to a 2% maximum yearly can be added. But what happens when it goes down? If your valuation falls below what's on the tax roll, where it says that your total valuation or assessment, without taking into account your homeowner's exemption, which I hope they all have. So you want it before they take that off, because you compare. Well, what's it selling at today?
Let me ask you a question.
For less than that, if it's selling for less than that, they should get this Proposition 8 decline in value form, fill it out, send it in. They can go to the assessor and get it, either online. They can go in and talk to them. I like to go in and talk to them. You know me. And get it. It's just a simple form. But if you do get the form, get the information sheet and instruction sheet that goes with it. It's a fairly simple thing. And they got to look at their tax bill, because they're going to need their assessor parcel number and their address of the property. And hopefully, if it's gone down below what's on the tax roll, it will be temporarily reduced. And they'll get a tax savings.
Well, let me ask you a question. So let's say it's August right now. I still think it's August. And you're going to file your taxes like most people do in January, right? So if you don't do it now, are you still liable for the amount of property at your value or old value that they've got it assessed at from like August, September, October, November? Or once you do it, like say you did it in December, is it retroactive for the year before?
Okay. First of all, that's an annual tax bill, so it's on a physical basis, not calendar, and and you could pay it in two halves. I do. My mortgage company, they do too. So if in case it's in your mortgage, December 10th is the deadline of the first half, and April 10th is the deadline for the second half payment. But anyway, so you want to get that and look at that taxable value, the full market value, full taxable value, fair market value. They got all different kinds of names for that. But it's basically today's value. What can I sell my property at now? Not that you're going to sell it, but that sets the limit. And if people don't know it, and a lot of people don't, because most people have a real estate friend or somebody that's in real estate. They could look it up and get some comparable sales and see. Or they may know the neighborhood and know what they're going for. Also, you can go on Zillow or Redfin and get some idea what it's worth.
Yeah, absolutely. And the houses around you are called comps.
Yeah.
Comparables.
Comparable sales. And then you just look at your value, get your tax bill to look, and see, compare what it's worth now to that. And if it's below that, then you get that form and fill it out and ask them to review it.
Kind of worries me. Last year, my home was estimated a certain value, and now there's 5 homes around me in my community that, you know, it used to be in my neighborhood, and you know what I live in. I live in a mobile home. They would come on the market one day. You'd see the sign go up. You'd drive by. Oh, that one's for sale, and the sign would be down, sold the next morning. And
That's a good market.
yeah, it was a good market for the seller. And let me tell you, now I've got 5 mobile homes, and they're not moving in my park around the area. They're not selling.
Well, that could be considered a buyer's market now because
Yeah.
the sellers are going to get kind of nervous. They may have to lower their valuation and expectations, and so the buyer may have a better chance of getting it reduced.
So if it's a buyer's market, it's time to reassess your house one way or the other, or fill out that form you're talking about and do it yourself.
No, that's based on what the current market value is compared to your assessment.
Well, that's all good stuff because you save people money, Don.
Yes,
We
and
give
one-
Don a big round of applause here for
well,
saving
I-
people
and-
money
and
here.
I want people to go on, contact their friends and say, hey, check your
Yay,
value out.
Don.
Check your value out. See
That
whether it's
saves
going
somebody
down.
$10,000, $15,000, $20,000 maybe. That's good. Donald Williamson, Taxsaver, taxpayer, community.
I'm a taxpayer too.
Warrior too. And thank you, Donald. That's great. Today was a special day in Yucaipa, by the way.
What was that?
Well, a lot of people got excited about this. There were people who were camping out at 5:30 in the morning in front of the new Trader Joe's because it opened today.
Oh yeah,
The Trader Joe's
I like
in
Trader
Yucaipa
Joe's.
is open. Beautiful store, by the way. Very nicely appointed. Man, they were working on that. Last night I drove by, and because I live in the neighborhood, I'm only about 4 blocks from it, and I drove by, and they were hosing down the sidewalks, and every little piece of, landscaping and everything was just so, and you walked in the store. I was one of the first people in the store. Do you know why?
Why they give something away?
No, because I got to accompany Cecilia Johns in.
Oh, Cece.
Cece, that's right. You know her as Cece. Cecilia has the distinct honor of in 1967, she worked across the street from the very first Trader Joe's, which she thought was like a hardware store or something at first. And she walked over there, and she was the very first customer through the doors at Trader Joe's in 1967. So today, we told that story to them. And guess what? They had her as the very first person through the store in Yucaipa. Again, yeah. And I was like her bodyguard kind of thing, So, I escorted around and stuff. So I got to go in first, too. And let me tell you, people were camping at 5:30 in the morning to get into that store. The line went across the front of the store, down the side of the store, around the back of the store, and back up the other side again. Like on almost all 4 sides, they have a giant parking lot. It was full. I had to stand there and once we got to Cece and make sure that she didn't get trampled, but she got interviewed and everything. We even had a protester, something about chickens. I don't know what it was about, but anyway, she got kind of ushered out. She was just one lone protester. I don't know. And we had the mayor there. We had city council people there. We had Don Rowe there from the San Bernardino County Supervisor's office, and
Yes.
the store was just appointed so nicely. All the help was very nice. It's a nice place, but I think people got to get sticker shock if they've never been to a Trader Joe's before. It's not exactly cheap. It's not where you go for discount chicken, And I saw some people rocking around there, and you know what? You know what they gave away for free? You were talking about giving stuff away for free.
Right.
They had a cantaloupe that had sliced up and giving little pieces of the cantaloupe
With a
away.
toothpick.
With a toothpick. I'm like, wow, it's not even some cheese and crackers or anything? It's just does cantaloupe? Cantaloupe is what your big grand opening special is?
They got those in that new Costco in Highland.
But it was fun. It was exciting. A lot of the elites in Yucaipa were there and happy there was a Trader Joe's. I'm personally happy because I live in Yucaipa in a spot where there wasn't a grocery store. You had to drive way up Yucaipa Boulevard, way up to Oakland Boulevard, and that's like a 10-minute drive for me.
Stater Brothers.
No, it was actually Vaughn's. It's the very first
Okay.
one. And then there's 2 Stater Brothers, and there's a Vaughn's. Those are the big shopping grocery stores. The town's grown to about 57,000 people, so we're getting another grocery store too.
Which one?
Well, there was a Big Lots that closed, and they're taking over the Big Lots, and they're opening a grocery outlet. Now, that's the opposite of Trader Joe's. You get discount food. You don't always get the best selection. Yeah. But you get it, and you can turn your microphone on, sir.
I think it is.
Is it? Is it on? Is it on? Okay, maybe you need to get a little closer to it then. That's what it is. You got
I
to
can
get
hear
closer. You get closer.
Yeah.
Okay, it's on. All right, we're doing a test on
Okay.
there. That's all right. Mic check, mic check. One. Anyway,
All right.
so it was neat to see Trader Joe's open, and beautiful new shopping center there that they're building out, putting up they had one half that was up for about a year, and now they built this other half since Christmas, just like, in 7, 8, 9 months. It's just all tricked out.
Wow.
Nice. They're going to have a
Economy's still growing and moving.
Yep, and in Ukaipa it is. They're going to have a medical clinic. It's going to be a Kaiser doctor up there in one part,
Nice.
and then
Check.
yeah, and then you can't hear in your headphones.
I don't know. Can you hear me when I speak in here loud?
I hear you.
Okay.
You're done now. Okay.
You know how picky it is when you play.
Yeah, I know. We're not there yet, sir. We're talking about Ukaipa. Anyway, it was a beautiful day, and we'll wrap this up. Ukaipa is growing. We're getting a new grocery store. We're getting a bunch of new stuff. There's construction going on, apartments, houses. And down in Redlands, across from the Home Depot, 15,000 new homes. They put the fence up right across from the Home Depot on Lagonia. All
There's
that
an older
whole
Trader Joe's in Redlands, too.
Yeah, there is too. All that whole area from Lagonia all the way over to the freeways, that's all cordoned off now, and they're building homes right there. So it's a growing, booming area, that's for sure. It's not slowing down. I don't know. They say people are moving out of California, but it doesn't seem like there must be more people moving in than going out. Anyway, that's my stuff for the local economy and real estate and everything else. And now it's 109 degrees outside. I have my refreshment beverage here in my hydro flask. By the way, if you're going to go out, I suggest one thing to everybody. If you're going to go out, I don't care how dependable you think your car is, because I helped push a Hummer MV today. A Hummer, what do you call that? Big truck. It's an electric Hummer. Yeah. I didn't get what electric Hummer was until you try to push it. You try to push that thing. It's heavier than you know what. It took 7 guys to push that thing.
Wow.
Including me. And we pushed it uphill in the 109-degree heat.
Oh, you're going uphill.
Well, a little bit of an incline. And then we got it to a spot where he could be not blocking traffic. And, I don't know what he's going to do with that vehicle, because it's like solid as a rock. You can't move it. I kept asking the lady, you sure you don't have your foot on the brake? You sure it's in neutral? Yeah, it was. And it was that hard to push. So 109 degrees heat. What I was telling you is bring a bottle of water with you wherever you go. No matter how dependable you think your car is, it might not be, and you need to have that little bit of water with you when it's 109 degrees. Yep. If nothing more than to pour it over your head. Anyway, Don, I am going to turn the microphone over to you. This is going to be an easy show for me. I'm going to kick back, relax. You're going to talk to your good friends here, and we're going to enjoy some good music.
Okay. Pam and Ken, I want to welcome you again.
Thank you, sir.
And I was asking Mark if they had what they call a gold record online. You know, I don't know if they actually, do they still make the actual gold records, stuff like that? Because you're composing these yourself.
I'm not sure, to be honest with you. It wasn't really my goal. My goal is to share the word with people. In fact, I have a little story. Can I tell a little story here before we get going here? I was reading this article, and the article went like this. Teacher tells students, if God created everything, did God create evil? And then he sat back smug, thinking, I got him. And one kid in the class raised his hand, and he said, yes. He goes, let me ask you this. Do you believe in darkness? The teacher said, yeah, I believe in darkness. He said, you realize that darkness is just the absence of light. That's a term we have for no light. Light varies. He goes, okay. He goes, do you believe in cold? Yeah, I've been cold. He realized that that's just a word for the lack of heat. Okay. Do you believe in evil? The teacher says, of course I do. You see it everywhere. He goes, you realize that evil is just the lack of Jesus Christ. Mm-hmm. That student was Albert Einstein.
Really?
Yeah, you know, the lack of evil, the lack of grace, that's another thing.
Yeah.
You know, and that's just, you have to be a good person.
Yeah, absolutely.
And have faith.
Well, this song here that I'm planning on playing next is called You Make Me Whole. When I was a young man, my parents were not the best people. And I got saved at a Billy Graham rally. And when I got saved at Billy Graham rally, I felt whole. I felt new. And so that's what this is about.
And by the way, that's my belief is that when you go to hell is the lack of grace. There's a lack of God, the lack of love,
Yep,
everything.
absolutely.
And that's what it is. Yeah. That's why I know it exists.
I'm with you. All right. Can you hear this now? I give my all to you. I give my all to you. Your blood has set me free from the chains that were holding me. Redeemed from the lost and found. 'Cause Jesus turned my life around, restored my damaged soul, and made me whole again. He made me whole. He made me whole again. The hole that was in my heart has been filled with Jesus' love. He makes me whole. He makes me whole again. What once was broken has been made new again. I know you're all I need. You're all I'll ever need. I will follow where you lead, because you're all I need. You made me whole. He made me whole again. The hole that was in my heart is filled with Jesus' love. He makes me whole. He makes me whole again. What once was broken has been made whole again. He made me whole. He made me whole again. I'm falling to my knees because of what he's done for me. He made me whole. He makes me whole again. Falling to my knees, worshiping the King of Kings.
Nice, very nice.
Very good.
Very good. You know, there's something about a guitar that just makes you relax, and then, you know, some good music and like that. It's great words and everything else. And I was looking at your guitar. It really sounds good. Is that a special guitar of any sort?
It's a Taylor guitar.
Taylor guitar? Is it 8-string guitar?
Oh, 6.
6 strings. I was trying to count and I couldn't see. My eyes aren't that good anymore.
I know that feeling. These are brand new. These glasses are brand new. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna give me a second here. Our second song, I'm kind of affected by, you know, well, a lot of people will say I'm a Christian, and that's it. But we're called to a higher calling. We're called to be God's hands and feet. We're called to play forward what Jesus has done for us. So with all these political unrest and everything that's going on these days, I think we need to really turn back to God and turn back to what he taught us and how we should treat each other. I know when I was a kid, it didn't matter who got elected. Whoever got elected, once they were elected, that was it. It was over.
It used to be about finances or taxes or something.
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Right now, what's going on, I'll be honest with you, and this is my feelings now.
Yeah.
You know, do unto others as you would have them do unto you.
Yeah.
Father. That's the golden rule.
Love thy neighbor as thyself.
That's right. So we're looking at the people's Constitution, Fourth Amendment, all that. Oh, that's all great, but the higher calling is that we are commanded to love one another. It's not a request; it's a commandment.
Yeah.
And human harvesting is what I
Yes.
call it.
Yeah.
This stuff that's going on is just absolutely
Terrible.
terrible. And I'm not criticizing one. If it falls upon you and you're doing it, then of course it describes you. But that is evil because it's the total lack of grace,
Yes.
the total lack of kindness, the total lack of goodness.
Yes.
And we have to call on people. And I don't know how people can split up families, how you can wrestle an older woman to the ground and pin her down with 6 or 7 guys. And what is happening is they're just getting money for these people. And it's just wrong. It's just wrong. And
There's
in
so
so many
much-
ways, we just have to pray.
There's a lot of corruption on both sides,
We have to pray. I will tell you this, that in this particular thing, there may be some things you might agree with certain people on and disagree with. Maybe there's not 100% perfect
Right.
thing. But I'm telling you right now, this action that I'm seeing happen, which just happened in San Bernardino with, 2 people, they weren't pulled over for any other reason. There was no warrants or anything else. They were in their truck. They were getting back from work. They were working. They weren't criminals. And they had their windows bashed out, and they got shot at in their truck. That just happened at Baseline and E Street. That is like 7 blocks away from here. It's affecting everybody.
Yeah.
And it's expensive. And we can do this a lot better. There's a better way to do this. And I call upon our leadership to come together and say, if you're worried about immigration or whatever, create a better world down below the border so that people stay there. What a concept.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or get people to where they have a path to citizenship, so that they are we know who they are and what they are. They're made accountable, and they do pay taxes. They do pay a lot of taxes, and we need them. We need them. It's just plain flat out. They don't suck off the society because they create their own economy.
Yes.
They buy houses. They buy trucks. They put gas in their car. They consume groceries. They're creating their own economy. So what we need to do, and I've been doing it, is just praying that kinder hearts prevail.
Yes.
I think that we need to reevaluate what it takes for someone to come into the country. The process is long and expensive, and most of those people are coming here because they're in need.
I'm a 3rd-generation immigrant. Okay,
Me too.
my grandpa, not my great grandpa, my grandpa, my mother's father was born in the Ukraine. They fled Germany, and the bad stuff happened in Germany.
Sure.
Went to southern Russia and the Ukraine near the Black Sea, and they farmed, and then they got a sponsor here in the United States, and they came and went to North Dakota. They were given land. They changed their name from Rice to Reese, but just by accident, a clerical error. But you know what? They had a pretty good life, and out of that bloomed. You know what bloomed from that them coming here? They had a family. My grandparents had 8 children,
Yeah.
Catholic, and 48 grandchildren.
Wow.
At the time of my grandma's death, she had 113 great-grandchildren.
Wow.
And 3 of them were in the United States Air Force. One of them was a brigadier general, 4-star brigadier general, flew the president's plane around.
Wow.
That sort of thing. Doctors, lawyers,
Yep.
people that were productive, farmers, people that,
Great
increase
legacy.
the world. Great legacy.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I have a good family. I'm really
Yeah.
blessed. But, that's the case with a lot of these other people, too. And we need to treat them with respect and treat them with dignity. And
Sure.
so that I'll get off I wasn't supposed to go political on this show. But this is something that's not political. This is just
It takes at
We're
your heart.
talking about humanity.
humanity.
Yeah.
Exactly. I think a lot of people believe it that way. I know a lot of people are
Yeah.
saying that.
Yeah.
Whether you're Democrat, Republican, Independent, whatever, you feel that. You're seeing what's going on, and this is not right. And
It
that's
is
going to
not
hurt.
right.
That's going to hurt him if he's not careful. No, you
Well-
better stop it now.
And, yeah, because
Absolutely.
he's not the only one that's been shipping people out of here for a long time.
Yeah. It is break time.
Okay.
Leaving on that. Can we get some music into the break? Just a little guitar song or
I'll
something?
play a little bit of what I just played.
Yeah, okay. We'll go into break. 10:50 a.m., 106.5 FM, the station that leaves no listeners behind. Here with Donald Williamson, I'm Mark Westwood. Eric Osorio in the control booth. Take it away, Eric.
KCAA Loma Linda. The Legacy KCAA 1050 AM and Express 106.5 FM.
Oasis fans may get another shot at getting tickets for their North American reunion tour. In a social media post, the band said promoters may release more tickets as final sightlines are checked and the production is fine-tuned. They added these final production releases will happen over the coming days. Oasis kicks off the North American leg of their reunion Sunday in Toronto. They'll then make stops in Chicago, East Rutherford, New Jersey, Pasadena, California, and Mexico City. Shaquille O'Neal is accepting a challenge to fight Will Smith's former bodyguard, Charles Charlie Mack Alston, in the boxing ring.
Alston challenged the NBA legend to the bout on Instagram, explaining the two first had an issue when O'Neal tried to cut in an autograph line and Alston had to chop him in his neck. O'Neal accepted the invitation in the comments, saying he doesn't run from anybody. I'm Mark Mayfield.
The second season of Fallout officially has a release date. The Prime Video series is out with the first trailer for the upcoming season, along with a release date of December 17th. The second season, based on the popular video game franchise, sees the series shift locations to the post-apocalyptic city of New Vegas. Fans will see Macaulay Culkin joining the cast. Halsey set to release videos for Gasoline and Drive 10 years after dropping Badlands, her debut album. In a video teaser for the double video feature, the singer is seen driving a pink convertible through a field, while actor Tyler Posey also makes an appearance. That's entertainment. I'm Jennifer Polsoni.
And now, the voices of KCAA with an exciting announcement.
Want to hear NBC News or KCAA anywhere you go? Well, now there's an app for that.
KCAA is celebrating 25 years and our silver anniversary with a brand new app.
The new KCAA app is now available on your smart device, cell phone, in your car, or any place.
Just search KCAA on Google Play or in the Apple Store.
One touch and you can listen on your car radio, Bluetooth device, Android Auto, or Apple CarPlay.
Catch the KCAA buzz in your earbuds or on the streets, celebrating 25 years of talk, news, and excellence with our new KCAA app.
Just do it and download it.
KCAA, celebrating 25 years.
One of the best ways to build a healthier local economy is by shopping locally. Teamster Advantage is a shop local program started by Teamster Local 1932 that has brought together hundreds of locally owned businesses to provide discounts for residents who make shopping locally their priority. Everything from restaurants like Corky's to fun times at SB Raceway and much, much more. If you're not currently a Teamster and you want access to these local business discounts, contact Jennifer at 909-889-8377, extension 224. Give her a call. That number again is 909-889-8377, extension 224.
KCAA.
And we're back. I can barely hear myself, but we're back, I guess. 10:50 a.m. Yeah. Okay, you can hear it? All right. All right, we'll check my headphones. It is the Don Williamson Taxsaver Payer and More radio show. I'm just Mark Westwood. This is Donald Williamson, and he's got some special guests. So I'm going to turn it back over to Donald. Hello, Donald.
Well, Mark, you know what? I know that Ken has another song that he composed, and the two of them have practiced on. And you know, the church I go to over in Rialto, the United Methodist Church, they play there. That's how I got acquainted with them, and so we're blessed that
I'm enjoying their music.
That every Sunday, just about
makes life good.
We are able to get it live and free, but he's composing this all on his own. I don't know. In the old days, I know Elvis Presley had a gold records and so on. I don't know today if they have such a thing as those little round things, called records, and whether they have gold ones anymore.
They do have some records that are sold. At my radio station, we did some awards once for some local people, And we just took one of their, make an old record and spray painted it gold and put it on a flame and put a little plaque on it. And they literally looked good. They were really nice.
Okay, I'm waiting for one of those for Christmas this year now.
Okay. Well, you got it. That's a cheap Christmas present.
Don, I gotta say, I looked up because I was curious as well as how does gold records work for the digital streaming. So I guess it used to be 500,000 units sold. But when it translates to streamings, it's 775 million streams for equates to 500,000 units sold. So that's how you would get a gold record via streams.
That's tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm sure you guys heard they pay peanuts as well for per play.
Yeah.
Yeah, the artists really make their money performing now.
Yeah.
And with
The
concerts.
the sponsors is where they make their money.
Yeah, and I don't know if BMI or ASCAP or Seagate or any of those any of those really pay any money out to these artists anymore. I think it's just all how they perform.
It's tough. The last few years that I did play clubs, it was pay to play.
Mm-hmm.
You had to sell tickets in order to play, and if you didn't, they wouldn't ask you back. So less and less people wanted to play anymore. I had a lot of friends say, "I'm not going through this. I'm done." So whatever.
You have to do music for music's sake and art for art's sake, and
That's right.
that's why I do my job, which is mostly voluntary. Yeah, and you have to love radio. You have to love what you're doing.
Absolutely.
But you know what? We go back to love again. You find your calling.
That's a
And
absolutely.
and you do it. So you certainly have a calling, and that is music and your voice, and this is a great voice, and your partner over here has a wonderful voice too with the backup vocals, and we thank her. We don't want us to talk so much. We want you to play more.
Okay. This song I've written, I'm actually calling for people to make a stand. You know, Jesus, throughout the money exchangers, there's such a thing as righteous indignation. And, wow, that was fun. Anyhow.
Righteous indignation.
Yeah.
Hard to say, but yes.
Yeah. And so this song, I'm kind of hitting on that a little bit.
Okay, let's hold on to our hats here.
Nobody said life would be easy. Sometimes life's just hard. Yet we are called to be faithful, because in our weakness He is strong. So let us pull a claim on this moment in time, and let us make the promise to follow Christ and be strong and carry on as the hands and feet of Christ. Let us be seen and heard. Let us be seen and heard, sharing Jesus' words of love and forgiveness. Let us be seen and heard. Let us be seen and heard, sharing Jesus' words of love and forgiveness. Let us be seen and heard. Let us be seen and heard, sharing Jesus' words of love and forgiveness. Battle goes on between the soul and flesh. So let us be witnesses to those on the fence. Amen. And let us pull the claim on this moment in time. Let us make the promise to follow Christ and be strong and carry on
That was righteous. I don't know that it was that indignant, but it was righteous. I like it.
I thought it was great.
I give it 2 thumbs up. You know, if you'll indulge me for a minute, I'll tell a little story.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm going to give you your next title to your next song is "You Never Know Who's Watching." Sing,
I like
do
it.
a song
That's
like
so
that.
true.
Well, I'll give you the story. Okay, I'm a moderately religious person, and I'm not evangelical. I'm just like everybody's face. And, but I think and I believe in lead by example. And I didn't even know this. I was a little kid, and this was back in the days when San Bernardino was really safe and really wholesome and really. And I went to St. Bernardino Catholic Church at 5th and F Street, and I was very surrounded by religious people and people of faith, and I didn't know what an atheist was.
Oh, wow.
You know, and when I was a little kid, after Mass, my parents would go to donuts, and then they would go to my grandmother's house where she made an excellent meal every Sunday. Just really tasty pie and everything else. I didn't know how blessed I was, you know. And, you know, I would walk home from 5th and F Street up to 690 West Olive Street. Now, I wouldn't walk through that neighborhood today by myself in the middle of the daytime as a grown man without being fearful. But I had no problem when I was a little kid, never any problem. And in order to get to my grandmother's house, I had to have to walk by Mr. Gray's house. Mr. Gray was an atheist. I didn't know what an atheist was. And he knew where I was coming from all the time. And he's right next door to my grandparents. And he had a big front porch. And he'd say, "Hey, Mark, how you doing?" And he really liked me. I was a little kid. I was probably a cute little kid. I got to admit it. You know, not that I'm not cute now. But anyway, and I was maybe 6 or 7 years old, and I'd bound up on the front porch. "Hi, Mr. Gray, how you doing?" He'd say, "You want some lemonade?" And I'd say, "I'd love some lemonade." And I'd get out in the front porch, and we'd sit in literally 2 rocking chairs and talk. And he'd ask me questions, trying to, I don't know whether he was trying to trip me up or whatever, but he'd ask me questions of religious nature. Why do you believe in God? How do you know there's a God? And I would just bound back and say, "How do you know there's not?" That sort of thing. And we had lots of conversations, and it would usually wind up every Sunday where my grandma would step out the front porch, "Mark, dinner time," and supper time. I'd go in.
Us too.
And so I did that for years, and then probably when I got a little older, I didn't do that so much. So one day I got a surprise. I was going to, in a Catholic church, they have 7 sacraments, and one of them is confirmation, where you confirm your religious beliefs and everything else. And I was going to go through my confirmation, and the priest said to me, he says, "Mark, you have a friend that's going to go through confirmation too?" And I said, "Who's that?" He says, "Mr. Gray. We're going to baptize him and confirm him." Mr. Gray was 79 years old.
Wow.
And his sponsor, because you had to have a sponsor, right, was my grandpa.
Oh, there you go. Never too late.
Never too late. He was confirmed and baptized and died 3 days later.
No way.
Wow. That's
So,
amazing.
Yeah. So let it be seen and heard. You never know who's watching.
Yeah.
I didn't get in people's face. I didn't, try to herd my religion over people. I just did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you quietly do it, and people are watching.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of like let us be seen and heard, and be the feet and the hands of Christ. That doesn't mean you have to go out there and point your finger at people.
That's right.
But a lot of times they'll know by how you act, what you do, and what you say.
A living example.
You don't have to have big feet either. I had little feet then. Now my feet are big.
I was 7 at a football field at a Billy Graham rally when I got saved.
Oh.
My parents didn't go down, but I did.
When I was young, a teenager, I went to several Billy Graham. I can't remember. They were at some stadium or something. And I think it might have been over in Pomona, but I'm not sure. And anyway, there were several
His
of
word
them.
was always the same. He told the truth and got right to the point. Every single time, the same way. When people went down.
But you know the difference between some religion today and religion at time?
Oh, would we
of
have
Billy
time
Graham?
for that?
Yeah, just for a second. This is a quick one.
Okay.
Is that the religion then was about developing relationship with Christ, with God?
Yes.
And how do you be a better person? Yourself.
Yes.
Rather than judging others and saying, "I'm a better person, you need to be a better person like me," or trying to lord over people. That was the difference, and I think people need to get back to that.
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
Quiet prayer, resolute,
Yep.
reflection.
Yep.
Just try to be a better person.
It's not that hard. It really isn't.
Just what a concept. Just try to be a better person. Be kind to people.
Yeah.
Do unto others as
Yes.
you would have to do. The golden rule.
Yep.
And love everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we're all God's children. Everybody has
that.
redemption. Do you believe in redemption?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I do too.
You know,
People can make mistakes and be redeemed.
My whole life, my dad didn't raise me to be a prejudiced person. I never quite understood it because to me, God made a bouquet, and He didn't put any weeds in there.
You love diversity because you know what?
Yeah.
Everything from a snowflake to fingernails to people, everybody are different in some way or
To
another.
believe that everything happened by chance, I have a hard time swallowing. Too many things lined up, too many things by chance to think that all this was, it just happened to crawl out
A
of
big
some
boom.
mud. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I'm going to have a hard time with
No.
that one here.
It's the big engineer.
The
isn't it?
perfect amount of gravity, everything that lines up, perfect tilt, so we had seasons. I mean, it just goes on and on and on.
It's just something more powerful than we can even imagine.
God's ways are not our ways.
Yeah.
And God's
Our
thoughts
ways
are not
God's
always
ways.
our thoughts.
Yeah.
Well, we have about 10 more minutes. Do we have another song in you?
I didn't prepare another song. I was sitting here trying to think.
But
of
I
what-
heard some really good songs the last time you were here. Can we have an encore?
This is one of my campfire ones. Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. I want to see you. Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. I want to see you. See you high, lifted up, shining in the light of your glory. Pour out your power and love as we sing holy, holy, holy. Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. I want to see you. Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. I want to see you. See you high lifted up, shining in the light of your glory. Pour out your power and love as we sing holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. I want to see you. Holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. I want to see you.
Oh, that's a nice timeout, some reflection there. That's music that's emotional as well. You feel it.
Yeah, I when I was a child,
Music you
I
feel.
went to a black church. So when I finally went to a Methodist church, I was like, why aren't people standing up? Why aren't
Yeah,
they clapping and
different
singing? So for me at that young age, I thought the music had to come from here, not from here. It has to come from your heart. That way other people can feel what you're singing.
Well, you know, I one time went to a Filipino mass,
Oh, okay.
and they banged gongs and
Uh-huh.
everything else, and it's just different cultures and,
Yeah.
and different
Oh, yeah.
things. And oh yeah,
Well, even here, I've been in churches where they have whole 10 girls that come in and dance while the music's going and stuff like that. In fact, you're from Yucaipa. For a long time, Emmaus used to do their events in Yucaipa, and I played music out there several times.
Walk to Emmaus.
Yucaipa's nice. That's a
Yeah,
nice
they
place.
did the chrysalis there.
Yeah, they did
for
the,
the- for
yeah,
the
the youth one
teenagers.
for the kids. Yeah, I had good memories from out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
So now your beat is Yucaipa, Rialto now.
Yes.
Yeah,
The Twin Cities of Rialto and Rialto.
And what's nice is just 2 weeks ago, someone moved out here. Originally, we were in Monrovia Church. I lived in Monrovia, and my dad committed suicide. They said we have to move, so we moved to Fontana, and we looked for a church, and we ended up at Rialto. Now this guy is coming from the same church in Monrovia that we went to. He moved out here, and so he came and played piano with us 2 weeks ago. And now he'll
Oh,
be
I know
back
what you
this
mean.
weekend, and I guess he's given them notice that he's going to transfer to our church. So now we have a keyboard player to fill in, and we'll do things together, and he plays guitar and sings.
great.
So
That's great.
God has been really wonderful to us lately.
That is a blessing. It's a gift.
Yes.
Not everyone gets that blessing and gift, but you do, and you have a talent there that you should use.
We're a small
You
church.
shouldn't deny who
but-
you are.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know,
no.
that's a sin, by the way.
Yes,
Oh,
that's
To deny who you
Well,
are, how you were made, how
pride's a
God
sin.
made you. Yeah.
Pride's a sin too.
Yeah, but you know,
Stay
if
humble.
you are, you're not being prideful. I'm heaping praise on you.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Be,
Yeah.
be thankful.
Yeah,
you know,
be thankful. Exactly. The grace. That's what grace is all about.
We're really excited that Jeremy Mays will going to be joining us soon, because it's going to open up a lot of new
Yeah.
opportunities for us in music within the church.
Okay, you definitely have what they call a ministry.
I will talk about our church for just a minute. It is a small church, but we're all inclusive.
Yeah.
And every race, creed, color, national origin,
yeah.
whatever, and women and men and
have 'em
boys
all.
and girls.
Well, we had a men's meeting last week, and we have a couple of new couples in there. And both the fathers said, we were looking for a church, and we went to several churches, but when we came here, we knew we wanted to stay here. And the keyboard player mentioned to me when he was there, he said, you know what's different about this church? Is everybody works together.
Yeah, that's the difference.
I mean, there's 50, but you got people watching on TV. Sometimes there's 60,
You're helping each other, right?
all the time.
You're giving to each other. You're providing for each other. You're making sure each other is safe. That
And
you're not
cover
hungry.
for each other and help each other
And
be
that's a
strong.
good thing.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
a good thing.
Absolutely.
And we have 4 minutes left. I was just
Do
told.
you want me to play that song? As we,
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
The same one we just did, because I feel that mood right now.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. I want to see you. Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. I want to see you. See you high and lifted up, shining in the light of your glory. Pour out your power and love as we sing holy, holy, holy. Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. I want to see such a power in love as we sing holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. I wanna see you. Holy, holy, holy. Holy, 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 holy. Holy, holy, holy. I wanna see you.
Yay. Thank you very much. Thank you. It's indeed a delight to have you today. Don Williamson. All right, everybody. Thank you very much. This is a wrap. KCAA, 1050 AM, 106.5 FM. This station's leave no listener behind. Water Zones are next.